Welcome to my acrylic painting tutorial. I'm Erin of erinbunpaints. Nice to see everybody. Hello, hello. The idea behind today is I'm going to be teaching you step by step on the internet here how to paint this beautiful painting step by step. This painting does not have a title. I never title my paintings because I like to hear what you guys want to title them. I always choose a title to post to YouTube afterwards, so feel free to put any title suggestions in the comments as we go along here. So you can see the final design here. You can see the final design on my Instagram, instagram.com/erinbunpaints. I'm the same name everywhere, by the way, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, anything else. I'm on Twitter, I forget. Yeah, you can see the final design there and here, but what I'll be doing is actually painting along with you. So I will be putting this down, I'll be putting a blank canvas up, and then that way we can all paint together. All together virtually, it's a lot of fun. If you have any questions throughout, let me know. That's the whole point. I can kind of help you along the way if something isn't working out or if I'm not explaining something correctly. Please feel free to do that. Otherwise, the paint colors we use today, we have red, yellow, phthalo blue, black, and white. And then I use my usual 3 brushes. I just have a collection of 3 different sizes. We have a large flat brush, a medium round brush, and a small round brush. Okay, so any combo of those is totally fine. Even if you have like a large round or a medium flat, that's all fine. I just recommend a few different sizes. That's all I recommend. And otherwise, I hope you have maybe a cup of paint water. That would be useful. Maybe an apron would be lovely. Thank you, Terry, again for the apron. Forever, thank you. And a canvas or something to paint on. That's really all you need for today. And I keep it consistent. So if you ever want to know what's needed for upcoming tutorials, it's always the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so again, I'm going to be replacing this now. I will bring this up and down as we need it just to reference things, but again, if you want a digital version, it's on the Facebook event page, it's on Discord if you prefer that, and it's on Instagram. Lots of places to see. Alright, so first step, we're just going to cover the whole thing in one solid color. We're going to use this kind of reddish orange tone. It's not quite red, it's actually just a very fiery orange in the background. And then that way you can see we can still have kind of like red leaves popping around. So we're going to cover the whole thing first. Then we're going to do a little bit of sketching just to kind of plan out where our foxes are going to go, where this log is going to go, and then we'll go from there. So I would take your large flat brush, your biggest brush you have, dip it in your paint water. Lisa, welcome in. Red, yellow, phthalo blue, black, and white. And we are starting with a nice fiery orange. So that's going to be lots of red and just a little bit of yellow. Missed the toast last time. Oh, yellow, yeah, we do it every time. Glad you got to see it. Thank you, Rally. I appreciate it. Gonna put that back so it doesn't get in the paint because that happens all the time. Cheers, Put Lori. Hello, Diana. So again, I'm using my large flat brush, mixing lots of red, a little bit of yellow. Okay. Mix and mix and mix and mix. And we're putting that everywhere. Everywhere. Anywhere you want. Do whatever you want because you're just going to cover it up anyway. So, oopsie, so sorry. Yeah, I know we've had lots of requests for fall type paintings. This is my attempt at a nice fall animal. Thought foxes were very orange, very fall-like, so that's why I went for those ones. And a lot of you have been requesting foxes anyway, so I thought it kind of fit a few different ways. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Hello, Christy. Nice to see you. Cheers, being the microphone. No! I can't believe you caught that. It was such a tiny little tap. I'm so sorry. So it begins. And you can put this on however you want. I guess my one suggestion would be to use large strokes, either going up and down or left and right, just because that helps spread the paint out a little bit better, makes it a little more even. So even if you slop it on kind of messily for now, as long as you go back and forth over top, that'll help smooth it all out. Oh, Yelena, whoopsie. I mean, mine is portrait for sure, but if you want to do landscape, I'm sure it would work. You'd actually have more room for the foxes. You'll have less of the leaves on top and bottom, but more room for the foxes, so I'm sure it would work. I want to keep count. No! We're painting some foxes today, Christy. Yes, Jessica, all of my tutorials are kept on the social medias indefinitely. They eventually move to YouTube after a certain amount of time, but yes, it's always available after. You're welcome, Maggie. Always, always. I enjoy it too. It's fun for everybody, so you're welcome. Appreciate you thanking, though. So again, this is not red, it's a fiery orange. Fix. Okay, perfect, Yelena. That's good. Can I see your painting? Yeah, Christy, I'll hold it up in a little bit. I'm just in the middle of teaching a step. If you want to see it, it's on Instagram. It's on the Facebook event page. I'll hold it up in a second, though. Yeah, you're welcome. Awesome, Jessica. I'm so glad to hear. Yeah, I understand. It is Thanksgiving weekend. Some people might be a little busy, but all good. You can enjoy it another time for sure. You should see it in the videos tab when I'm done. And then another thing I'll point out as well is that you can definitely wrap the paint around the sides of the canvas too. So if you need to go along the sides, the top, bottom, you can start doing that with your nice reddish orange color. I always recommend it because I think it kind of completes the whole painting from all sides. If you're hanging it up, you can kind of see it continue on all sides. I won't be doing that to my painting just because I end up picking it up a lot, so just so you know that, but I recommend you do. Oh, nice, Jessica. And then you're free. Yay. It'll be worth it. Good luck on your exam. Ah, Vicky, welcome in. How's it going today? Okay, I'm already running out of paint, so I need a little bit more. Red with a little bit of yellow, Anju. A little bit of yellow. It's making like a fiery orange. Excuse me. I'm going all the way down. You can see I'm going through the whole canvas here. Oh, no worries, Christy. It's no problem at all. Everyone kind of pops in at different times. Yeah, you're welcome, Anju. Oh, thanks, Vicky. Good, good, good. Yes, Marion. Yeah, I'm gonna just show after I get this step done, just so I can complete this. And then you will see. It's available on Instagram right now. It's on the Facebook event page, but I'll lift it up in just a second for you. There we go. Okay, I've got all my orange on, so I'm just going to take a little minute here to show the painting. There you go. So you can see a consistent background color the whole way, then we'll just do different things on top, you know? There we go. Lovely. See if I can get this lighting a little better. That's a little better. Less glare. Little better. Okay, cool, cool. Had trouble with my electronics. Oh no, Vicky! Nice picture. Thank you, Christy. It is Zion, yes, Thanksgiving weekend. So I'll be celebrating tomorrow, and today I'm painting online a lot. Oh, thanks. You're welcome, Marion. Yeah, of course. No worries. Yeah, nice little fox painting. Nice fall fox type vibe. Yes, always welcome. All good. So I'll just leave a minute or two more if you're still doing this background. We will be doing some sketching next, so the background does not need to be completely dry. So if anyone is concerned about that, don't be. We're just going to be sketching out some shapes. I like to plan out where the foxes are going and where the log is going, and then we can clean them all up and do some other things with the background as well. Hoping you'd see it. It's on my phone. Oh, okay, good. Oh, a spot of sour cream. Oh dear. I thought maybe you were talking about my lighting. I'm trying to fix that still. Yeah, Vicky? I think a lot of people do. I know foxes were very heavily requested. Again, it kind of fit with the fall theme too, so that's why I did them. Though a lot of you seem to like foxes, so had to do one. Had to try one out. Whoops. I just had to put a little baby fox in there too. I've got 2 in mine. 2 foxes total, I mean. We started with 1, and I just said, oh, I just needs a little baby fox. I want one like awake and having a good time. All right, let's say like 1 more minute. So keep slapping the painting on. Just like keep slapping the paint on if you're not. Spreading it out. Again, do some nice big long strokes. That'll help it dry quicker as well. So then that way you don't have any big blobs of paint hanging around. So make sure you're doing that just to get a nice even coat that dries relatively quick. Sour cream though, Cindy, that cracks me up. From that potato. Your interesting lunch. Make it sneaky. Get out of here. Okay, all right, I think that's been enough time for the background. And again, we wanted it to be a little bit dry anyway. It's not supposed to be super dry, but just helps to make it, or just let it kind of sit for a little bit. So even if you were waiting there for a couple minutes, still good, still beneficial. All right, so let's have a look here. So next what I like to do is I like to kind of sketch out where my main elements are going. I'm not sketching out the leaves or anything, just kind of the log and then the 2 foxes. And then that way we know roughly where they're going. We don't need to put leaves on top of the fox head or leaves here, etc. And it just helps us, again, kind of visualize what we're doing so that we're a little more confident when we actually go in a little later. Thanks for the follow, Ricochet. Sorry I missed you there. Alerts are off because we're doing a tutorial, but welcome in. Thank you. So I would recommend using maybe a white or just a super light orange. It might turn super light orange if you're using white because our background is wet, so don't worry if that happens. Again, this is really just meant for a little sketch, right? This is what I like to do, is all my little sketches. So I'd recommend maybe using maybe a medium-sized brush now. So I'm just going to grab a nice medium round brush, something like this. Anything similar to that. And I'm going to pour out some white paint. I'm going to use white. And again, if the white changes into more of a light orange as we're sketching, don't worry about it. This is just meant to be a little bit of a rough draft for the design that we're making. You could use chalk. Yeah, Lisa. I still haven't invested in some colored chalk, or I guess white chalk in this case. Lisa, I don't know how chalk would be doing on top of the wet paint though. I think sometimes people use chalk as a first step. Like before they apply the background color, just so you know. So maybe keep an eye out for that. You might want to wait for it to dry if you're using chalk. But good idea though. I know lots of people use chalk in general. Mr. Doctor, welcome in. Good afternoon. How was the rest of gaming last night? Hope it was fun. I was just way too tired. Used chalk before? Yeah, Lynn? Yeah, it works well. I just haven't, I'm just so used to like sketching with paint at this point that I haven't grabbed any chalk, but it definitely does work well, yes. Okay, so let's have a look here. So I'm going to do the log first. That's what I did first when I was designing the painting. It's just pretty much right in the middle of the painting. Just a very shaky line. You can see I kind of dip down a little, dip up a little bit. Yeah, so just a nice like wavy looking log where our fox can rest his cute little head as he sleeps. He or she. Maybe it's a mama fox. Okay, so anywhere close to the middle, a nice wide log. I'm using, again, white paint on a medium round brush. Down, a little bit up. So I like kind of going down and then up just so there's a little bit of a crevice for the fox face to rest. But just roughly, yep. Doesn't need to be a dramatic curve or anything. This is white with the medium round brush. Lynn. Heather, welcome in. Wait, how is your move going? I hope everything went well this week. Exciting, exciting though. Joe, ooh, fox, yes, round 2. I'm so tempted to name it Ooh Fox. Okay, everyone, I'm just doing the bottom part of the log now, so this is just the bottom edge, so you can kind of mimic what you've done above it. Something like that. So we now have lots of space for some leaves and a nice little baby fox. We have lots of space up here for a mama or dada fox. Rough little sketch. The log. Arvin, where do we use blue? You know what? We actually don't. I thought we were using blue for the brown, but we're actually not. There's no blue. Apologies. Apologies. No blue here. You could technically use blue for brown, but I do not. Sorry, I know I said blue at the start and I shouldn't have. No blue needed. Red, yellow, black, and white. Thank you for pointing that out. Or maybe just asking the question. I honestly had a quick look and I was like, the brown though, it uses blue, but it doesn't. I don't use blue for my brown. Some people use 3 primary colors mixed together for brown. I do not. So, good call out. First phase done, second phase starts Monday. Excellent, Heather. I'm just so relieved you have something now. Yay! Playing video games, so I think she knows she can sneak some bad. Hey, and there's no more of that, Moose, because we're not on second camera, so we got the good battery today. The good battery. The consistent battery. All right, let's have a look at our little foxy friends here. I'm going to start with the larger fox kind of up top here, the one that's sleeping. I might even try and place it so we can kind of see as we go. Maybe not. Well, let's try this. This is a little scary, but we're going to try it. I've done it before. No, it's not going to slide in. Nope, that's too spooky. We're not doing that. Okay, I'll just try and hold it up as I go because I need to reference it too. I'm going to actually put it down. I'll bring it back up here and there. Okay, so the big fox rests right here. It is quite large, actually. So I would say the top of the head goes kind of close to the top of the canvas here. You want to leave, of course, a little bit of room for ears, for example. Otherwise, it kind of curves down to the log. We have a little bit of space for a little bit of a body, like a kind of back area of the fox, and then we have the nose overlapping onto the log itself. So let's start about here. I think that's a good point to start, just about an inch or 2 in from the left-hand side. And I'm just going to do a nice, like, large, wide arc going from up to down. Okay, ready? Starting about there. And again, white paint, same brush. Something like that. So just a nice large wide arc going up and down. And just always keep in mind these are rough so that we can kind of put some fur on later, change a little bit of the shape. It's just kind of mapping out where things are going. A log. A log, Cindy. Oh, thank you, Moose. Growing as a person. I'm so glad you're here for my growth. I'm gonna add 2 cute little fox ears on either side. So they're pretty triangular, pretty straight. They kind of lean outwards. So rather than going straight up and down, they go either to the left or to the right. So on either side of this arc, we're gonna add some ears. Let's go for it. And I will kind of round them out a little bit later. I found a nice key to doing the ears, in my opinion, was doing a nice little rounded tip to each one. So you can either do that now or a little bit later if you wish, when we put some fur and stuff on it. Oh yeah, Srilata, no worries. Oh Lynn, hello, yeah. No worries, definitely do it some other time. Perfect, perfect. It'll be available later. Okay, I'd also like to kind of sketch out the nose just because that overlaps the log, so we'll need to know where that is a little bit later. So we're gonna go right in the middle of this archway and we're doing kind of a curved line down. It'll kind of curve to a point and then come right back up. So I'm just gonna have a look and then I'll do it here. Something like that, so just a nice little snout. We can extend it maybe a little bit more. That's about right there. And then the last thing I like to map out is just kind of like the back end of the fox. So we have like this big head here, but of course the body needs to be somewhere. So I kind of imagine the fox is kind of cuddled up to the log. So I made just a little bit of a curve coming from here and then coming down, as if you're just kind of seeing the side of the fox or the back end of the fox, something like that. He's just kind of cuddled right up there. There you go, Yelena, yeah. It sounds like a few of you jumped in today just kind of sporadically, which is pretty fun. You're just kind of like, I didn't know I was painting today, and now you are, so congrats. Welcome in, it's really fun. Yeah, me too, K9. I need to do more of them, I keep saying that. It's just, it's more out of my comfort zone, so I tend to avoid them. But when I do them, it's always a lot of fun, so. Yes, a fox! How would you like me to say your name? Wishers. Welcome in, though. Primal! How's it going? It's so good to see you. Where have you been? We're doing a toot right now. Shards. Okay, thank you. Which shards? Okay. Just shards. Welcome in, shards. So yeah, I'm doing a painting tutorial right now, just so you know. Teaching everyone step by step how to paint a couple little foxies. Let me show ya. We're about to sketch out the next fox here. This is what we're going for. Do this once or twice a week in case you're interested. Otherwise, I'm painting on Twitch like any other time of day. I've been on since 10, technically. I had to break for a quick moment. That's why it says 45 mins, but I've been on for hours. All right, so we're doing the cute little bebe fox now. So it's pretty much the same thing. We're just maybe instead of working on a log, we're doing it kind of freehand. So we're doing the same thing, just a nice little archway like this. We're going to cut across, and then we'll do the little snout and some ears as well. So, and I chose to really tilt mine. I liked him really cutesy and like, hi there. He's kind of popping out from the leaves. If you want to make him straight up, you can. But I'm going to try and tilt him. Chad, I'll be with you in just a second. This is way too tight. I don't like it. There we go. Okay. So I find it really helps when I'm doing something tilted, rather than like tilting my head and getting all confused, I literally tilt the canvas so I can do a head or whatever I'm painting straight on, just like right side up, and then it'll tilt as I tilt the canvas, right? So again, trying to keep it straightforward and simple here, just doing the arc. It's kind of overlapping with the log a bit. Again, very rough sketches. We'll be cleaning this all up later, just to kind of map out where things are and get comfy with it. Favorite pie for Thanksgiving? Probably pumpkin. Getting obliterated by school. I'm so sorry. Do you have like midterms and stuff right now? It is kind of midterm season, eh? I'm doing well. I know. That's the game. talk to you more in a second. Just cutting across here, just like a little bit of a curve. It doesn't need to be a perfectly straight line, just kind of cutting like this. Do a few little foxy ears, just like up top. It's the same thing. You're doing some nice triangles. They kind of lean outwards, so you want to tilt it to the left, down, to the right, down. A little off kilter, that's okay. Maybe like that. Like that, like that. And then you can add a cute little snout on this guy as well. So starting up here, curving down. Something like that. So again, very, very rough for now. I know it probably looks a little bit wonky. We'll have time to clean it all up though. It's just to get comfortable with where the elements are. We're gonna pretty up the background and then we'll go back and solidify everything on top. Yeah, Primal, I've been, it's been a little since I've seen you. I don't know if this has changed, but I'm streaming a lot now. I'm like 5 times a week, 6 or 7 hours a day. I'm trying my best, dude. Trying my best. Apply to watercolor? You could. Honestly, I don't want to say the steps would all apply because there's a lot of like sketching, for example. I don't know how you'd sketch in watercolor. From what I know about watercolor, I'm honestly pretty inexperienced about it. It's a lot of planning ahead and kind of working around things. So, I mean, you can definitely do the design. I think there would be different strategies to doing it though, yeah. Yes, Poot Lori, the white will be covered up, yes. That was a pro strat. Thanks, man. The tilting of canvas, yeah, super big brain of me. I think it would look great as watercolor. Yeah, I'm sure it would. Again, I don't want to say the strategies would be the same, but definitely the design could be applied. Yes, I would say so. Mrs. King, oh, hello, King Me, welcome in. Nice to see you. I'm gonna try with watercolor because now I have acrylic. Yes, please. A lot of people follow my tutorials and they use different mediums all the time, so I definitely encourage it. Nice to grind. Yeah, I'm trying, dude. I'm really trying. Big change. Is it? I guess I haven't gotten... No way! No, stop. I usually do like 4 to 5 times a week. Please, Touche. You've only been gone for like a week or 2. You're welcome, Poot Lori. Haven't even been watching Twitch the past week. Oh, my heart goes to you. Bless you. Midterms are coming. Yeah, I remember it was always Thanksgiving. It would be like, it's time to chill, go home. But just kidding, you're actually not chill because midterms are a thing. So I remember well. You have to allow the paint to break to make a beautiful bob. I don't know what that means. Who knows what it says? What does the fox say, everybody? Yip, 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 yip. There you go. Joe's got it. Ooh, cool, Allie. I can't wait to see. Allie's doing a watercolor version. All right, now that we have those on everybody, we can start to do some of the background items. So this way, again, we can be a little more kind of planned ahead. We know we don't need to put all these leaves in here and here and here. We can just kind of work around. If they happen to go a little inside here and there, that's okay too, because we're gonna put all these different details on to kind of fluff up the foxes and make them look nice and pretty. So let's start with the top here. It's a little easier to start. So I have kind of 2 different styles for the backgrounds. We have what I would call just smaller leaves, just kind of like fluttering about. I kind of imagined actually that this was still the ground almost, like we see the fox and then like kind of continued forested area here. And then we have the bottom here where we have more like large leaves just stacked on top of one another, a little more in the foreground closer to us so they're bigger. So we're starting up here. So all I do is I use like 4 to 5 different types of yellow, golden yellows, oranges, reds, and just kind of use my brush and do some quick little brush strokes with them. So you're just kind of stacking them all on together, allowing them all to layer on top of one another and filling up the space. So I'm going to keep using the medium round brush. Got distracted by Star Wars. No worries, Phoenix. Pretty fox, yeah. I think he's pretty. He's very uwu. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I just saw that. It was shards. Yeah, that's right. So start with whatever color you want, everybody. I'll just start with a nice light yellow. Hopefully that allows you to see it a little better. And then it might get, as it gets more golden and orange, it might kind of blend in a little bit more. So for my light yellow, I'm using yellow mixed with white. Yellow mixed with white. Uh-oh, Gray, you haven't? Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense too, Shanes. There were a couple weeks there that, yeah, I had some things going and, like, weekends weren't as consistent, for sure. I got you now. I'm trying for 5 though. Sometime, even like next week it might be different because of Thanksgiving, but I'm trying. Light yellow is on my brush. I'm just going to use the tip of the brush. I kind of angle it close to the canvas like this, so rather than straight on or straight up and down, it's more 45 like this. I press down, do a quick little stroke, lift up. Just creates like a little kind of oval shape, little egg shape, and together they all kind of look like leaves, I think anyway. So you can do them nice and slow, you can get a little quicker at it as you get more comfortable, but really you're just kind of laying on paint in small little swatches. That's how I describe it. And you can see I'm kind of moving my brush either right, left, down and up to the side, just trying to move it around as much as possible as I go. Live under a rock. Gray, I was right with you like 5 years ago, so don't worry about it. Rocks are cool. Rock convo? Okay, I'm here for it. Pet rocks as kids? Anybody? Not me, actually. I submitted a rock to a county fair at one point. They had like a best pet rock competition. I remember submitting and getting second. That's all I have for rock stories, sorry. The local fair, maybe Brittany's heard of it. Hello, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Nice to see you. How's everything been going? Do you work today? Joe, that's so wholesome. Also, I think The Land Before Time is winning today. Yee. Aw. Yeah, Brittany, do you work today? I'm glad you're here. King Me, I'm glad you're having a good time. So everybody, once I have my light yellow on, I'm simply adding maybe a tiny bit of red to it just to make it more of like a golden yellow or light orange, however you want to think of it. So I'm just progressively darkening up my paint color, and I'm just adding the exact same strokes, the exact same leaves kind of on top and around. So I've now added a tiny bit of red, so I would call this like a light orange or golden yellow, something like that. You can see a little bit of a difference, just doing the same thing. You can overlap a little bit if you want, of course, but mainly I'm trying to just fill up space, so I am trying to look at more of the gaps and all that. I did work today, 6 to... Oh, okay, 6 a.m. on Saturday. Oh, but you're done for today, so that's good. You can relax now. Nice Saturday. Hope it's all been going okay, Brittany. Okay, I'm just rolling right along here. I'm just going to grab a little more red, putting it into the same color to make it darker. So I'm going for more of just a regular orange, I would say now. And again, as you get more orange, you might find it kind of matches a little more with the background. Even if it's a similar color, I still use it because you can still kind of see the brush stroke on top. So it still fills up some space. It still does its job. So I'm just going to add a little more red. It's more of a bright orange now. You can see that there. Same thing. And just for context, I'll maybe do this like 2 more times. I'll make it a little darker and then I'll do just a plain red on top. So if you want to just keep going at your own speed, just kind of keep adding, you definitely can. Michelle, welcome, and I love the foxes for a change. Everyone has been painting pumpkins this month. Oh yeah? Okay. Honestly, Michelle, I'll probably be doing pumpkins soon. I've had a lot of requests for them. I just like to listen to what people want to paint. And I was hearing fall, I was hearing animals, and that's why I went with the fox for today. But I'm still getting a lot of requests and like ideas for pumpkins. People keep sending me kind of reference photos and just like general ideas and a lot of pumpkins. So I'll keep that in mind though. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. No worries, Brittany. Thanks for popping in. We miss chatting with you too, but we understand. We'll see you another time. Still tie for second. Ah, no! What will we do? You were able to find all the movies too, Gray. Like, if you can't find one, maybe that'll determine the second place. You know what I mean? I do look them up though, Gray, as I'm choosing and make sure they're at least on one streaming service, but I always want to make sure you're able to get them. It's not too troublesome, you know? Okay, I'm going in with a fourth kind of red-orange color. So again, this one's probably going to be very similar to the background. You might not really see it, but it still adds some texture and brush strokes as we go. And if you layer it on top, you'll see it on top of other things, right? So still use it, I would say. Okay, that doesn't help. That's okay. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay. And again, I'm just going to whip right into the last one. I'm just doing plain red, and then I'll give a couple minutes in case anyone's still adding. So no rush, everybody. I just like to get mine on a little quicker, and then that way I'm available to help and chat if you need. So for my last one, just to clarify, I'm doing just plain red. I'm not mixing it with anything. I'm just hoping for a nice bright red here. Yeah, right on top. So this is just, again, filling up a little more space, layering on top of what's already there. We could, yep. Marbles. Want to do marbles right after this. Man. Maybe I'll go offline, I'll film a marbles game, okay? And then I'll post it for evidence. I'm shocked, James, you're not saying Monty Python, though. You can't flip marbles. Get out of here. Alright everyone, I've got my 5 different shades on. So again, it was a light yellow, kind of like a golden yellow, bright orange, dark orange, and red. And you can see how it's kind of filled up the whole space here. Again, you can see I got a little messy with it, maybe some overlap here and there, but that's totally fine. That's the whole point of the sketch. It's going to be overlapped a little bit, but we can clean it all up again. That's true. Oh man. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a minute or two. Unless anyone needs a little more time, you can let me know. And then I'm gonna go into the big leaves. We got big leaves on the bottom. Here's another preview, just in case you forgot. There it is. Nice. Oh, no worries, James. No worries. I know sometimes you pop in near the end, so it's okay. Thanks, Pootlori. I appreciate it. I try my best. It's all just for fun, so I'm glad you're enjoying most of all. Thank you, Kim. Welcome in, Kim. How's it going? So again, this is what we're painting here. Doing a step-by-step tutorial. How's it going? Yep. Go check him out. I'll be there right after. I need to see what he's doing. See you, James. Sounds good, Cindy. Okay. So at this point, again, the background might still be a teeny bit wet, but it should be dry enough that we can start to do these larger leaves. I left these for second because it is a little bit easier to do them when the background is less dry. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Kim. Sorry if I missed you there. Yeah, we're gonna add on some larger leaves now. Here we go. Sounds good, Shane. Totally understand. Makes sense. I'll be there soon. So same idea. We're just kind of stacking on different colors of leaves. The only difference is the shape. We have, of course, larger leaves here. So I describe them as kind of almond shapes. What do you know? I'm actually eating almonds right now. Look at that. Look at that. They're nice and rounded on the sides. And then they come to points on the top and bottom. So that's all we're doing, just repeated. You can see you want to twist them around all different ways, like kind of up and down, side to side, etc. Diagonal, every which way you can. And same idea, you just want to do a bunch of different colors. So I kind of switched between a bunch of colors, honestly. I didn't really have a method for order of colors here. You can see there's some darker ones behind, there's some lighter ones in front, anything in between. So really you can start with whatever you want. I would use pretty much the same colors you used up here and just apply them down here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with maybe like a golden yellow maybe, and then work from there. There's really no particular order of color here, so just adding lots of them. If there is one thing I'd recommend, don't skimp on the paint for this one. At the same time, don't cake it on, but use enough that it's not as transparent. So just make sure you're mixing lots of paint. You're not scraping it off your brush or anything like that. Yeah. Going well. I've been looking for this kind of content. May I ask what your schedule is? Of course. I can only paint when someone tells me what to do. Kim, of course. I'm just going to mix this light orange here and I'll chat with you more. So for my tutorials, if this is what you're looking for, I do these once to twice a week right now. Honestly, this is an abnormal day for me to be doing them. I'm doing it on Saturday today because it's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving if you're in Canada. And I'm going to be taking tomorrow to see family. Usually, though, I do Friday nights and Sunday late afternoon to night for tutorials. Usually Friday is 8 p.m. EST for a tutorial start time. And then Sunday, ranges from like 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I just switch it up so that it matches everybody's needs and schedules. Just gonna demonstrate, I'll chat with you more in a minute. So you can see the almond shape. We just have the medium round brush, by the way. Sorry if I didn't say that. The same brush we've been using. I'm using a medium orange, any kind of light to medium orange. I'm doing a nice curve out and back in, curve out and back in, okay? And filling it in, of course. So that's one leaf shape. I'm just gonna keep repeating that with this kind of golden yellow color a bunch of times. Cute inspiration, cute. And then that was Kim. Yeah, oh nice. And then Kim, I'm on Twitch a lot otherwise. Generally I'm on every day except for Mondays and Thursdays. Again, that might be a little different. No, it's not really. Again, I'm not on tomorrow because of Thanksgiving, but next week I'm back on schedule. Usually I'm on painting between 10 and 3 EST, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. EST. Just like painting personal things. Sometimes I'm designing tutorial paintings so you can actually see my process of like coming up with the original design. I love chatting with people at the same time and getting their advice on what to add to the tutorial paintings. It's really fun to hear what other people have to say as I'm doing it. And yeah, just like community fun games and stuff like that. We're doing a lot of events this month for October. Pumpkin related things. Painting, just different kinds of painting. But yeah, I try and do these step-by-step tutorials like once to twice a week. Hope that helps. And otherwise, I guess as a catch-all, just check my about section because I do keep that updated with my schedule. You can see right now it has like actual dates and times. So if you're ever wondering when I'm on, you can always check that. If you use Discord, we've got a Discord too. Same thing, there's a schedule there. Hope that answered your question. I don't have flavored almonds, just regular ones, King Me. Wasabi almonds are good though. How do you make golden yellow? Oh, Lynn, so that's lots of yellow and just a little bit of red. If you find it's transparent, if anyone finds anything is transparent, I find adding just a little bit of white adds a little bit of vibrancy and it creates a little more opacity as well. So try a little bit of white if that's not working for you. Thank you, Gray, appreciate it. Oh, Lynn, maybe I caught you a little late there. Yeah, if you need more help, let me know. The golden yellow. Lots of yellow, a little bit of red. Put some white in there if it's not working out. So you can see, slowly filling it up. Nice big leaves this time. Maybe I'll do one falling off here. And just whenever you feel like you have a fair number just of that one color, you can just kind of do a different color right on top. So maybe I'll lighten it up now. I'll do a nice kind of yellowy, very light yellow, golden yellow, something like that. Again, these don't need to be exact colors. It's all just variations of yellows, oranges, all stacked on top of one another. And then you can start going in with those. So let's start stacking those. If you're going on top of a leaf that you just painted, it might be a little slick and slippery, but if you really cake the paint on, you can see it will cover it up and overlap. So I'd recommend trying a little bit of that here and there, just so you really get the layered look. Foxy, foxy, yeah, pleb. Boyfriend came. Oh, no worries, Steph. Don't apologize. All good. Oh, fun. No worries, no worries. Yep, the video will be on later, Steph. It'll be right here on Twitch, so you can check it out later, of course. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, pretty much. Oh yes, Kim, I try and keep it as family friendly as possible for tutorials. If you come during non-tutorial, like maybe there's certain subjects that we talk about, never anything horribly explicit in my opinion. I'm naturally a pretty like family friendly person. So I can't control the chat, but they're all kind of my vibe as well. So yes, definitely right now. Thank you for bringing that up though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Yelena, so sometimes I'm creating personal works, so I'd request that maybe you don't exactly copy them to like sell or anything, but if you use them as inspiration, that's the whole idea, of course, of course. And on Twitch too, I mean, when I'm painting my personal works, I'm happy to talk about my process there and like how I do things. If you have questions about materials I'm using or why I'm doing something, I'm always loving to answer that, because in the end, my main goal is to like teach people that they can paint, right? So even if it's by using a personal work for inspiration, totally fine, totally. I would just request you don't take the exact same design and then like sell it or make it as your own. You know what I mean? Claim it as your own is what I should say. Because of course, everyone's creating these designs right now. That's the whole point. I'm teaching you how to create it and you should. But yeah, hope that's clear. Hopefully it wasn't confusing. Lil sis mostly. Yeah. Cute. Thank you, K9. Yeah, I try, Kim. I mean, yeah, sometimes we talk about things here and there, but it's never long-lived. And then again, I said this before, but long strokes help as well. If you start to do small little strokes, your bristles will kind of like pull the paint up a little bit. You'll see the background. So when I'm doing these, especially when I'm filling them in, I'm really trying to get a nice consistent stroke all the way. That really helps kind of even everything out, keep it nice and bold. Yes. So again, you can definitely go at your own pace at this. If you're kind of already moved on from your second orange color, just keep going. It's all the same steps, just different variations of all of these colors. Does your son paint, Kim, or just wants to watch? Not as... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Yelena, you were on the same page as me then. That's fine. I just don't like when, you know, people take designs, claim it as their own design, or sell it as their own design. That's really my only request, yeah. Chappie, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah, Yelena. Of course. Definitely. Of course. Again, that's the whole idea. I want as many people as possible to be able to have access to these. So if it means you're posting... Oh, of course. Definitely. Encourage all your friends. Yes. Okay, and then if I didn't clarify before, if you need to overlap, like the fox, for example, if that helps you create a leaf shape to kind of go like this on top, do it. That's fine. I try not to as much, just so there's not as much clutter to deal with later, but if there's a little bit here and there, of course, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just doing my best to keep, like, close by around it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back to, like, a darker orange now, and then I'll finish off with a very light orange on top. Exactly, yeah, no, Lil Sis, and please know that any tutorials, that's the whole point for me anyway. I don't want to speak for everybody on that, but I'm literally wanting and hoping people are painting along with me. So yes, that's the whole point. Any of my tutorials that you see on YouTube, here, they're all for recreation, so you can practice. Exactly, it's to help create beautiful art. You can hang it in your home, give it away as a gift, you know, totally fine. It's all meant to help you practice and hopefully get you a little more comfortable with doing your own thing too. And then you can create your own art and it would be extra cool. I'm glad you're good, Chappie. Have you finished your Everest series yet? Exactly, yeah, no, Lil Sis, you're on the same wavelength as me, definitely. all good. So again, I'm just adding kind of like a darker orange version of my leaves. Again, you can see I overlapped the snout a little bit. I'm not worried, it's okay. Little fox will be back with his cute little snout soon. Chancellor, welcome in. Be at peace. I am, thank you. All is well, excellent. Welcome in, Chancellor. Small public library Saturdays, we have a thing called Crafty Conversations. A group of friends gets together, tries new art. Oh, sounds great, Nancy. Play your YouTube video. Yes, of course. Yes, please do, Nancy. I would love that. Yeah, there's lots there. I've been a little behind, honestly, at reposting to YouTube, but there are still some. The ones that aren't on YouTube are living on other social medias right now, so you can check them out wherever you are. But yes, I would love that. Please invite me to your library Saturday. I'll be there virtually with you. Definitely. Thank you for asking. But yes, that's again the whole point. If it means everyone's doing some nice art and having a good time, I love it. Yes. Drawing this week, all pencils, original universe. Ooh, that's a good change up. Wow. Cool. Feel free to post. Do, 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 do. Oh, Chancellor, I'm not sure what I do. I'm teaching a tutorial right now, just so you know. So it's hard for me to go completely off topic like that. Do you paint at all or anything? Lynn, I did like a darker orange after that, so just adding a little bit of extra red to my color. Oh, you've posted them already? Was it today, maybe? I don't think I saw them, Chappie. Okay, I'm just finishing off with a nice super light, hopefully it's super light, I'm just gonna see here. Super light, kind of yellowy, butter yellow leaf on top. So you can see how it's really filling up the space now. I'm really starting to overlap a lot of other leaves. That's good. Hummingbird for a friend. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. That'll be nice, little sis, when you feel up for that. That'll be great. No worries, Nancy. Again, I hope it goes well. It's really exciting. That makes me very happy to know that you'll be doing that. Thank you, Kingme. I appreciate it. If they're small little topics, it's fine, especially if they're compliments. But just kidding. Just can't. Yeah, it's just hard for me to go like way off in a different combo, but you're fine. Thank you. The one I'm using right now, Lynn? Yeah, compliment me more, please. I'm using lots of yellow. Little bit of white, Lynn, so that it gets a little more buttery yellow. And there is a tiny bit of red in there just because it was like kind of touching the orange as I was mixing. But mostly it's the yellow and white, so it's really bright on top. Yeah. I think I'm okay. So I'm gonna leave this for at least a minute or two. We can see how everyone's doing. You can see it doesn't need to be completely covered, and that's why we did the orange as the background, so that if there are any gaps like you see in mine, not so bad, right? You can kind of see the different oranges pulling through. So there you go. I see. You're welcome, Lynn. Yeah, hope you liked that, King Me. But I mean, if it's about me, I mean, feel free to talk. Oh man. Okay. If you do different colors of background, like a light blue, you probably could gray. It would maybe give a little bit of a different look because it might look like maybe it's in the sky. Definitely up here, I could see it. Down here, I'd be like, like maybe it's on water, but then where's the fox type thing? You could do a different color though, for sure. It doesn't have to be the exact same. Got in late, we'll watch after. Got sitting. Oh, no worries, no worries. Patricia, don't worry about it. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend, of course. Okay, so yeah, another minute or so just to make sure we've got our leaves on. If you're still adding, keep going. And again, please, I mean, take your time. I try and keep this in about a 2-hour period just so it doesn't go too long. But if you need more time, that's why I keep the videos up. You can kind of look at them later. Just go at your own pace. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, great. Light blue is an interesting... It would be nice and poppy up here. It would really help the leaves pop off for sure. It's a good idea. And I thought about kind of what was up here because, again, it could be the sky. It could be kind of the ground, like if they're really in a forest, you know, different perspective or angle. So just some ideas, you know. Whoops, so just to give you another preview of what's coming up, we'll be doing browns next, just so everybody knows. Some brown details. We have some that go on top later, but we're going to do a few things on the bottom first, like the log, the ears, I like to put on first. Arvin, how many paintings do you have already? If you asked me a few months ago, I had over 300 in my living space. I have since given those away. And right now, if I do a quick little estimation, that's probably 15, 25, 35, probably 40 there, plus the 3 there, 43, 5. I'm probably at 60 or 70 right now. So that's tutorial paintings. Keeping in mind that I usually have doubles of tutorial paintings because I'm doing 2 versions. Plus I do some personal art here and there. Yeah. Yeah, King Me, I've been doing this a long time, so I had quite the stack of paintings. Again, over 300, I'm not kidding, I counted them. And I just didn't know what to do with them, so I gave them away for free a couple months ago. I went to the park and I just set up a little area and people were able to come and choose some paintings, so it was a really efficient way to get rid of them, but also it was a nice little happy thing to do during the day because, you know, COVID was sucking at that point. It still is, but it was just a little bit of something I could do, so it was fun. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Loving that wine glass painting. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's a past tutorial. If you want to paint that, Lisa, it's on YouTube actually. youtube.com/erinbunpaints. Same name, same name. You can check that out. It's in a nice little, you get the full tutorial, so it's like 2 to 3 hours long of me chatting just like I am now and going through things nice and slow. So you can check that out if you want. Thanks, Wookie. Yeah, it was good. It was, yeah. It was what needed to be done at the time. Did he, Phoenix? Really? Oh, fun. Did he pick up a painting? You're welcome, Lisa. Thanks, Judy. It was, again, it was like the least I could do. It was, I don't know, it took like an afternoon for me to do. It really wasn't a lot of work and it just, it was good. Good to see people excited about something at the time, you know? It was very, very grim time. Still kind of is, but trying to keep it positive, you know? It's, yeah, the world's a little different right now. So I'm doing all of this, you know? But yeah, Lisa, everything's on, most things are on YouTube. There's a couple newer ones that are still on other social medias, but yeah. Thanks, Charlene. You're sweet. No, you're sweet. Let's look at the painting. Yay. Okay, we're gonna do some brown next. Don't think so. I think it was on its way. Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. Maybe I'll do that again. Maybe he can pick one up next time. Okay, I've got brown next. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to do the brown log. So once again, I kind of go around the shape of the fox head here and this fox head here. If it gets a little bit shaky, that's okay. Mainly, we just want to make sure we're covering up the log. We've got the 2 little ears, so we're doing the insides of the ears as well. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm going to use the same brush. It's the medium round brush. I'm just kind of washing that off. And I like to mix brown a little bit of a different way. There's a traditional way of using all 3 primary colors, or just using straight brown. That's even easier if you have brown pre-mixed, then beautiful. But I'm going to mix 3 colors. I mix red and yellow first, even amounts of red and yellow. So I know it'll be tempting probably to add more yellow because that makes a brighter orange, but you want to resist that urge. Everyone, I found the spider. We had a spider friend a few days ago, and I found him. He's here. Okay. Just stay up there. We're going to be mixing even amounts of red and yellow, and then now we're going to mix a little bit of black into the red and yellow mixture. Oh, please don't come over here. Sorry. Even amounts of red and yellow. He's coming, great. He's coming. Even amounts, you can mix those up. I'm gonna panic now. Sweating, I'm sweating. He's crawling over, stop. And then you can mix the black in if I didn't say that. Oh, watch as I panic now. I don't like spiders, guys. I'll give you context in a second. This was a whole thing the other day. Okay, so I've got a nice chocolatey brown. And I'm putting that in the log. You can see because we've sketched the log, I know where the log is. I can kind of work, you know, where the sketch is. You can cover up the white at this point. So if you have a white outline of the log, cover that up. If you want to work around leaves, you can. If you have any leaves kind of overlapping, totally do that. Going around the fox here, just roughly. So if there's a little bit of white left over in the fox area, that's totally fine. And we're just filling that in. Let's see. Okay, were people skeptical of it being free? We do free coffee on different events for our church. People never believe it's free. Yeah, they were. Yeah, some people said, like, well, to be fair, I made a social media post and I literally said there's no catch. You know, I tried to make clear that there is no catch. I explained my reasoning. People accepted it for the most part. People were still a little, like, not judging or anything. They weren't, you know, negative about it, but just kind of saying, like, why are you doing this? Or, you know, are you for real? And I was like, yeah, just have a lot of paintings. Yeah. So it was nice though. Again, no real negativity there. It was all good. You're breathtaking. No, you, Grog. That's what I'm doing, giving away mine. See, and I think it is, this is so, it's the best. It inspired others. I've heard a few others now who say, you know, Erin, I've been painting with you for months. I have, you know, maybe 20 paintings, and while they've been really fun to do, like, I don't hang them up, I just want to give them away, and that makes me so happy. So everyone else is doing the same thing too, it sounds like. Or, you know, giving them as gifts, which is always nice. All of that good stuff. So cute. Thank you, dogs. Welcome in, Dogs for Life. Sorry if I was a little slow there. I'm teaching a tutorial, so I'm just catching up. Oh my god, I lost him. Where did he... Oh, I see him. Okay, I'll update in a second. Yeah, welcome in, Dogs for Life. Thanks for coming in. How are you doing today? Oh god, oh no, yeah, I know. Another compliment, you have a beautiful smile. Thank you, King Me. Oh my gosh. Said Mr. Noodle, he'll catch it. Spider wants to learn the painting. I guess. You can do it. Everyone's encouraging me now that there's the spider. Ah, yes, the spider came back. No, he's on the ceiling, okay? He's on the ceiling. I can't get him. I have a friend that have already left the room. Yeah, I'm, tutorial's canceled. Guys, I'm leaving. Bye. No, he's chilling for now. He's getting closer, though, and I don't like it. He's on the ceiling. I'll, finish this log here. It's the log is dark brown. That's okay, Yelena. So red and yellow mixed together, and then there's black in that mixture to make the brown. Sorry if that wasn't clear. Yeah, you're welcome. That's my majority pay it for. People, that's good, King Me. Paint very transparent. Oh, I would just use more paint. So I am pretty much caking it on here. Just to get a nice opaque look. Anju, if it's still not working, you might just need to let it dry and then do a second coat on top. Sometimes that is honestly the only solution, depending on what brand of paint you have. So you can just cover the log. We can move up to the ears after that. And then if you need to go back, you can. There you go. So I've got that on. I'll give it a quick minute. No worries, it's hard to teach paint, let alone... Oh yeah, I try my best. I try and prioritize dogs. I try and prioritize people asking questions about the tutorial. I don't always do tutorials on Twitch, though. I do it about once to twice a week. I'm on a lot more often, just kind of painting and chilling and chatting. I do a lot of chatting when I'm not doing tutorials, so it's all good. Appreciate you popping by. Do you paint at all, or...? Jana Lee love foxes. Yeah! Giving mine as a Christmas gift. See, like, Vicky's already doing it. There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's coming closer. Stop. Okay, so for those who weren't here on Twitch a few days ago, we started the day with this same spider, I believe. Oh, he's so gross. He went right across my monitor, okay? I was looking at the camera, talking to everybody on Twitch, and then he ran across the top of the monitor. He fell to my desk. He scurried away, and it was like a half-hour ordeal of me freaking out. He's coming right above me. I don't like this at all. And he's back. He's back, and he's wanting to come right down to the painting, it looks like. So he's just slowly crawling over, and I'm trying not to panic. Thank you very much for being with me through this tough time. Did my long dark gray. That's fine, Phoenix. That works as well. My god, can you not come over here? I just don't want it to drop on me, because this thing dropped from my monitor. He just went, just fell on my desk before, and now I'm all jittered out. Ah! Okay. We will do the ears now. We're taking that same brown, okay? And we're just essentially putting some brown near the insides. He's going away, that's good. Insides of the ears. So it's essentially like I'm making new triangles inside of my existing triangles, and they're just on the inside. So you can see how I'm leaving some space here on the outside, and I'll leave space here on the outside. I'm doing triangles on the insides of the ears. So again, it's like the insides, and then we'll add some orange fur on the outsides. There we go. And then we're going here. Yeah, there we go. So again, I know we have other brown elements on the fox, but those come later. So if anyone's wondering about the whiskers, the nose, the eyes, we do all that later. I scream internally for you. Thank you, Grok. People clipped me on stream when Spider came. Oh no! Yikes, I scream, killed people's ears. Oh dear. I don't know if anyone clipped me, but that's okay. Stronger than me, I'd lock the room and stay out for 3 weeks. Yeah, I kind of want to burn the place down, but that's okay. I'm resisting. It's the same. I think it is canine. I think so. Remember I described it as kind of a translucent looking thing? It looks kind of like that, so I think it is. Yeah, yeah. You can ask whatever you want. It's fine. Anything just talking is distracting me right now, so that's good. That's good. And he's going over the other corner here, so that's fine. We're chill again. We're good. Ooh, Lil Sis. Yeah, you're really getting a lot of art materials. That's great. Great idea for next painting spiders and webs. You think he'll leave me alone if I paint him, Lisa? That's a good idea. I will scream with you. I hate spiders. Oh, thank you. We're all through this together. It's fine. So again, just another quick minute if you're still adding brown. I do have some more things to do the log, but that'll be later. So just in case anyone's wondering, we're going to do the fox fur next, and then we'll kind of move on back to the log and do some details on top after. Yeah, he's going away. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good here. It's all good. Change plans when you know. Change plans when you noticed. It's true. It's true. Yep. It's like, all right, I'm out of here. trying to model for you for Halloween. Oh, is he? He's like, you can paint me, you know, hi. I'm just shocked he didn't like come down on the little web to say hello to everybody. He just kind of moved away the other side, so alright, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna wash off my brush. We can start to do some fox fur. Okay, so let me bring this up. I can show you what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do the brown. Shoot, I didn't do the brown baby ears. You can do the same thing for the baby ears, so sorry. That spider's really tripping me up today. But yeah, same idea for the other ears. Same thing, you're just doing triangles in the insides. There we go. Bad luck for it rains. Yeah, I don't want to kill him. I just want to maybe remove him from the premises. I'm joking when I say burn down the place. I'm not doing that. Okay, sorry. I've got the little brown in the fox ears now, so we can do kind of like a medium orange. So you can see I'm not doing a really, really bright orange compared to the background. It's more of a medium orange. And I'm going to start with that, kind of going along the outsides of the face, maybe over here, outsides of this face here. And then what I'll do is I'll work lighter and lighter as I get further in. You can do the ears, things like that. So I'm using the medium round brush. Oh, he's on the wall now. Sorry, I'm giving you so many spider updates. Sorry if it's totally irrelevant, but it's helping me cope with it. Mixing together yellow and red on my plate with the medium-sized brush. Again, I describe this as like a nice medium orange. It's not going to be fiery like this. It's more of like a pumpkin orange maybe a little lighter. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Kind of like a roommate. Yeah. Thanks for helping, Wookie. Nancy, you want to see my paint palette? I don't clean it off. This is the volcano plate. This is the same palette I've been using for 5+ years. And it's just paint stacked on top of paint. It's very heavy, that's why I don't usually show it. Andy, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. Doing a tutorial right now, so that's why there was no alert. But yeah, this is my plate. Yeah. You would have killed it, Angie? Oh no. What is bullet journaling I see in your about me? Oh, no, I can talk about it, King Me. I'll just describe the next step and then I'm happy to talk about it. It would make a good Halloween painting. I know. And Lynn, it's just a nice medium orange. So yellow and a little bit of red in there. Just a nice bright orange. Yeah, you want to see again? Let's keep displaying it. Volcano plate. For those who are subscribed to me, you can use the hype emote, and that's the, if you feel, go ahead. Hype emote is based off of the volcano plate. All right, so, oh, let me twist this around. Keep this up for you. Displayed. So I'm just using the tip of the brush. I'm going to be going around as I described, kind of the outsides here first, and then I work a little bit lighter as I go in. So I'm using the tip of the brush and kind of flicking outwards as I go around, and then that way I get a little bit of fur texture, you know? There's some heights, thank you. Was that a raid? Oh, thank you! Thank you for reminding me, guys. Eclectic Scribbles, I'll talk to you in just a second. I'm doing a quick little tutorial here. Welcome in though, everybody. Thanks for the raid. Bless you, Eclectic Scribbles! I'm just using the tip of the brush, everybody. I'm flicking outwards as I go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Eclectic Scribbles, what were you up to today? Again, I'm sorry, I'm doing a quick little tutorial here, so I'm a little preoccupied, but I'll try my best to chat. Took a picture, that's crazy. Yes, let's see. Yes, welcome in, friends. Emma, welcome in. Hello. No worries. Scribbles, if you have anything you were working on that we can share with the chat as I'm doing this, please let me know. Groke is here. Gray is here. They're happy to help you. They're my mods. If you want to whisper them any links, that would be awesome. I think they just shouted you out. Please, if anyone isn't following Eclectic Scribbles in my Twitch stream right now, go ahead and do that. Another, once again, lovely art streamer on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. Binding some journals today for a couple viewers. Cool, cool. Yes, please do. There's no link privileges in chat, but just, yeah, whisper to Miss Groke or whisper to Gray, and they will both help you. Thank you. Thanks for understanding. And welcome to your community. Thanks for bringing everyone over. So again, just going around the ears and the other side of the face. Binding some journals. Very cool. And I haven't forgotten about your question, King Me. I'm just giving a moment here. You can go around the top as well. Just trying to mix a new area here because I got some black in there by accident. There we go. So along the top here and just flicking up, giving some fur texture, kind of filling in a little bit on the inside of the head here. Coming in. You can go on the back, not back, bottom side of the ear as well. Just kind of again flicking, flicking, flicking. So again, it won't look too prominent because it is quite a dark orange. It'll be the lighter oranges that really start to show up. I'm kind of filling in the forehead a little bit. You can see how I'm working down. And I'm just going to fill in a little more on the sides as well. Perfect, thank you. Groki Eclectic has messaged you there. Oh, thanks, K9. Scribbles Raid, Army, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I see you did that. Again, the alerts are off just because I'm doing a tutorial, but thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed Eclectic stream. Thank you, K9. I appreciate you. And you can also apply this color to the small fox as well. Same idea. You're kind of working around the outside a little bit. You might want to be careful just very close to the brown. You can see you can kind of overlap a little bit, but just be careful that you're not muddying it up too much. If you need to wait for it to dry a little bit, totally fine. I'm just kind of going for it. But it's the same kind of process idea. You're going around the sides, the top, the other side, bringing it in a little bit on the forehead, bottoms of the ears, things like that. There we go. Thank you. So Grok just posted Eclectic Scribbles Instagram. All of my current viewers, if you want to check them out, that would be awesome. Get some nice Insta pics. Thank you. I would usually pull this up at this point and have a look, but I can't. Thank you, Eclectic. Binding some journals. Okay, so that's our darkest orange. We have a few other oranges to add, but that's kind of the base here. We have a medium orange, which we'll use for further inside the face, for the body, and then a nice light orange on top and eventually white. There you go. Yes, thank you. Go stretch. No worries, Eclectic. Thanks so much for popping again. Thanks so much for the raid. I'll catch you another time for sure. There you go. I'm glad some of my viewers are checking you out. Yay! Our community is so wholesome, yay. Thank you. Have a great stretch. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. And then King Me, I still have your question there. Bullet journaling, real quick, is just using a specific kind of journal. So rather than a lined paper journal or like a blank page journal, it has small little dots all over the pages. That allows you to, I guess, be a little more free and creative with what you're doing. The dots are really transparent, so if you want to do art on top, the dots kind of, you know, aren't really prominent, I guess. You can really put some art on top and not have it interfere. I use bullet journaling for planning a lot, so I use it as like a personal agenda. I'll make weekly spreads where I kind of create some artistic looking spreads of like days of the week, and I'll write down my schedules and maybe monthly planning and things like that. Everyone uses bullet journals for different things. I love talking about it though, so if you ever like get into bullet journaling or want to know more about like supplies and things like that, I'm always down to talk about it. And I do a once a month bullet journal stream. It's always the last Friday of the month, so you can always check that out too. Yeah. You do? Oh, Army Wife bullet journals. There we go. Cool, cool. Yeah, I do that once a month on stream. Just I do like a monthly spread essentially. Because otherwise it would just be like a 30-minute, like I'm doing a weekly spread thing. So I make it a little longer once a month. And yeah, we just talk bullet journaling and stuff. I talk about my supplies I'm using and get everyone hyped about bullet journaling. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody, so for those following along, I'm just going to do another step for you, and then I'll read the rest of the comments here. I'm doing more of a medium orange now. So I've just lightened up my existing orange with a little bit of yellow. And I would call this more medium. I wouldn't say it's light. I would say it's more of a medium orange, so just more yellow. Again, if you find it's transparent, add a little bit of white to it. That'll definitely help. And I'm going to start filling in closer to the middle here. So I'm still using the same technique. I'm still using my brush and kind of brushing with the tip of my brush kind of upwards or outwards wherever I'm going. As I go around the side, I'm kind of brushing outwards a little bit. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit more. And yeah, use your best judgment. If it's looking a little dark, just lighten it with some more yellow or white. There we go, that's a little better. So I'm going around the face here, just kind of like brushing into my existing orange. I can brush a little onto the log just to make it look like some fur is kind of overlapping. Filling in, filling in. And I will add a lighter orange actually like right on top of this. So I'm actually using this and filling in all of the space now. All of the space, yeah. So you can even do the snout here. And I would still recommend trying to do individual brush strokes. You saw me just do a quick little swoop for the snoot here. We swooped the snoot. But otherwise, I'd recommend continuing to do these little strokes. Even though they all kind of combine, you still see all the individual kind of strokes and textures in there, so that's why it's good to do. So yeah, curling out here. I think my music just stopped. No, it didn't. That's great. Curving this way. And filling her in. And again, we'll be adding some lighter oranges that'll help bring some highlights out, some more details to the fox a little later. And I do add this color to the body too. So rather than using the darkest color, I have this medium orange that I've been using. And I'm going to add that to the body just so it looks a little different from the head. Now we have this kind of darker orange here. It separates the head from the body. Same thing, just kind of sweeping my brush across using the tip. You can add some little kind of spiky bits as if it's nice and furry, just kind of pulling out from the body. There we go. I might re-add some dark orange there. I can see mine got a little muddy, so this is just a little fix-up I'm doing here. Just re-adding. There we go, it's a little better. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to Baby Fox now. All right, I've seen those. Creative Mind isn't there yet. Need lines. Oh, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, I've learned to use the bullets as lines, kind of. Like, you just kind of connect them as you go along. Yeah. Would love that. Yay, it's very chill. Yeah, almost 2 years. Oh, that's about me too. I think I'm like 2.5 maybe. I feel like I started halfway through a year, did a full year last year. Not really, though. I didn't really complete the bullet journal, but like, you know, it was a year. And then this year I've been the most consistent, so it gets better for sure. Yeah, I'm constantly working on my lettering, King Me. It's such a long process. I find it very hard to motivate myself to practice, but I'm always glad when I do. Right now, my only practice is kind of in my bullet journal, but, you know, it still helps. Exactly, yeah, Army Wife, I agree. You can kind of make the lines as you need them. I like that it doesn't interfere with whatever I want to do. Because it's always different, especially this year, right? I'm sure you can relate. Everything's been changing, so my scheduling has been changing and just like the way I want to plan things out, you know? So it's been very lovely that I've had that bullet journal and I can just kind of change things day to day, week to week, whatever I feel like. So definitely been good this year. Ooh, yum, little sis. Hope it's good. Anyway, yeah, every last Friday of the month, if you're interested, King Me or Army Wife, you can check that out. It is very chill, though, yeah. It's a lot of chatting, usually. I'm still explaining what I'm doing and answering questions, but I think a lot of people tune in just to, like, get inspired to organize, which makes me happy. I love organizing and keeping things like scheduled and stuff, so you can see I'm just filling in this little guy. Almost there. Okay, so the lighting here. You can see it's pretty plain looking right now, not a whole lot going on. I just kind of did the little snout here. It's going to be the light orange and the white eventually that really brings out all these little features. So again, don't be alarmed if it looks a little like, yeah, not clean right now. These first two oranges kind of tend to do that, and then the lighter oranges really help clean everything up. I was struggling with my lettering until I found Tombow. Oh yeah, okay. I recently invested in some Tombows for this year as well. I go live, oh, EST, perfect, you're EST like me. Usually it's at 10 a.m. I keep it pretty consistent during the weekdays, King Me. I go from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. plus. I start at 10 a.m., but it's often that I go to like 4 or 5. I just say 3 p.m. minimum, yeah. But yeah, 10 a.m. last Friday of the month. I try and keep that consistent. Almost every month it seems. Yeah, it's all the different systems, exactly. Nancy, those can be found on Twitch. So I'm, again, on both platforms right now. Twitch.tv/erinbunpaints. It's the same name. It's another live streaming platform. You can view my link and view my live stream without creating an account. If you create an account, you'll be able to chat with me at the same time, just like Facebook. So you can see those. Yeah, I have some saved, but I stream those on Twitch every last Friday of the month. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go right ahead and do some light orange now. So I have pretty much the whole fox face covered at this point, just to be clear. We have the kind of dark orange, medium orange. I'm gonna go in with a light orange and start to really carve out certain features. So I'm using more yellow, mixing it into my existing orange to make it lighter. And I would definitely recommend at this point, add some white. The white is really going to help differentiate this light orange from the others. It'll help it stick on top a lot better. So grab a big pile of white and just mix that into your light orange. Again, that'll make it nice and light and pretty, and also help it stick on top, even on top of the wet white paint, or the wet orange paint, excuse me. I asked my husband for Tombows for my birthday. Yes! Yeah, Tombows are great. Yeah, the hard tip ones I have, like the hard nub, and then I have a couple like fancier markers from Tombow. But otherwise I just use Crayola super tips. 3 kids will pop in and have school pickups. Yes! Of course, of course. Yeah, and I try my best to save those videos just because they're only once a month, King Me, so if you need to go look at the VOD, you totally can. Obviously limited time, but it's still there for quite a bit. Okay, light orange there. So again, lots of yellow, little red, a little bit of white as well. And I'm gonna do like specific areas with this. So first of all, you can use this just very lightly anywhere you want, just to add like a couple little highlights in the fur. So I'm just using the tip of the brush, kind of like lightly flicking, just very spaced out. And you can see it just kind of adds another little layer without making it look totally light. You know what I mean? It's still nice and dark, just adding a little extra texture, and that light yellow kind of stands off from the existing dark orange. So I do like to add that pretty much everywhere. I'm trying not to line them up so, you know, so in order, I guess, so cleanly. You want to kind of sporadically put them on. But as long as you're just doing a very light hand, using the very tip of the brush, you can get some nice little teeny strokes, as you see there. Really helps make them a little more furry and spiky. So I start by doing that everywhere. Especially the head. I like kind of the forehead area doing that, like a nice little highlight on top. See, I just kind of stack them on a little bit more there. You can go in the body here, same thing. Oopsie, whoopsie. But mainly we want to start focusing this in certain areas. So let me just grab a little more here. I just need to mix a little more. It keeps getting dirty. Okay, yeah, mainly I want to add this kind of in where the eyes are, so I leave a little bit of a blank by the nose actually. It's more so up here I start to really cake it on. So this is going to be right near where the eyes are and just kind of like the bottom part of the forehead. And I'm really stacking this on nice and close together, so it's like a whole other section of the fur here. It's no longer spread out, it's going to really just like put a nice whole new layer of fur on top. So I'm bringing this down and around, kind of the left-hand side here. Again, keeping the nose area open, so as I get lower down, I'm gonna maybe stop or just like add them less, you know? So you can see I'm kind of highlighting a certain area. Chad, I'll catch up with you in a second. I saw lots going on. I like highlighting this bottom area too, just so it really shows up on the log as well. You can see it adds just a little bit of lightness, a little bit of spikiness on top. Oh, I see gray. Oh no. Those who don't bullet journal don't get it. I constantly look at my supplies and I'm like, I don't need all this, but then I'm like, I do. I like all my things, thank you. No, it's true, I know. And I don't even have that much either, in my opinion. People go wild with bullet journal supplies. Oh my goodness. And I started with, again, just the Crayola Super Tips for a while. That's it's just a budget, you know, Crayola, you know, they're not too expensive. And there were like 70 markers in the pack for like $10 or something. So that was a great starting point. It kind of let me figure out if I wanted to keep doing that and using those supplies, and then when I felt like I was ready to upgrade, I did. And I still use the Crayola Super Tips, so it's not like they're useless now. You know, I still use them, so. See how he's kind of coming together there? I can bring this down a little bit more. We get it, exactly. Pretty much, King Me, yeah. I just, I don't have a full-time job. I don't have any job right now, and I'm trying my best to, do this as much as I can. It makes me happy right now, and it makes a lot of other people happy, and that's, what I need right now in this current world, and what everyone needs, I think, so. As long as people keep liking this, tutorials, painting, watching me, whatever, I'm gonna try my best to keep doing it as long as possible. So yeah, right now it's my full-time thing. You can say that, yes. I had a job earlier this year, no longer, so streaming it is. Thank you, yes Gray, I post all of them on YouTube. Thank you, King Me, I appreciate it. Thanks, K9. Like a Wolverine. I think the last little bit will clean it up, Lynn. You'll see when we add the cute little eyes and stuff, you'll see it kind of like cutens it up a little bit. He's not a scary Wolverine or anything anymore. I'm just working on the bottom fox here. Again, you can see it's the exact same process, exact same application. And you can always go back to, if you need to re-add any orange, maybe something got a little messy. I'm kind of looking at this and I don't like what's going on in the snout. I'm probably going to go back and kind of clean that up a little bit. So you can do the same at any point. Go back to any other oranges, clean it up as you like. Like, for example, it looks a little harsh right here. You know, I could go back. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go back to my old orange. Just kind of stroke it in so it kind of blends a little bit more, and that'll help make it look less harsh. Less like a shape and more so like a nice transition. So that little bit helped there. I'm going to do the same thing maybe here. That's a little dark. Let's try again. But yeah, you can always work with the paint as it's wet, as it's dry. Doesn't matter. You can stack on top. There we go. So I'm just going to stroke in. And that helps kind of blend it in. See, it just changed a lot right there. Just a few little strokes. There we go, that's much better. I think I might want to go over top of some of that stuff over here too. Oop, that's brown, no. But yeah, point is you can work with it as much or as little as you need. There's no harm in going back and doing some more stuff. In fact, it's probably better, especially for animals as you're doing fur, right? You want lots and lots of layers, make it nice and soft looking. So you can see they're coming together, and they're really gonna be nice and bold when we add the white, when we add the brown on top. So keep your eye out for that. I'll give a minute or two as you're still working. Thanks, Kami. Thank you, Gray. Hello, Dark. Welcome in. I'm in the middle of doing a tutorial right now, but welcome in. How have you been? That was Arvind. Arvind, the eyes, whiskers, and nose are last, actually. Well, that's true. I was gonna say it's not true, but it is true because we gotta go back to the log and then we're gonna do the eyes on top. Yeah. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. It's just all the nice fur for now. The other elements are gonna really brighten it up. So I'm just giving another minute just in case, everybody, if you need to add any of your light oranges, medium oranges, etc. We will be adding white later on, so if you're looking for the white of the snout, that's actually a little bit later. We're gonna go back to the log first, and then we're going back to the fox again. Marilyn, hello, nice to see you. Welcome in. Okay, cool, Dark. She doing good? Perfect, Steph. Yeah, it'll be finished pretty soon, within 20 minutes, half an hour, I'm sure. We were good for the next step, Arvind, everyone else? We can go on to the next step if you want. But yeah, welcome in, Marilyn. All right, yeah, let's talk about the next step. At least that gives another little minute in case anyone's adding orange. But next, I just want to kind of clean up our log a little bit. Well, actually mess it up. It's kind of clean right now, right, with nothing on it. I like adding these little like dry bits of texture to the log. So I created more of a medium brown, and then I did a very, very light brown, and I did some dry brushing on top, so it makes the log look a little bit textured, a little bit rough, like it's really kind of barky and yeah, nice and textured, you know, nice and rough. So I'm going to keep using the same brush. It's a nice medium round brush. That's some texture. And I'm just going to make what I would call more of a medium brown. So it's the same mixture, red, yellow, black, just this time use a little less black. And that'll allow you to have more of a medium brown to kind of scrape on top. Texture. If you need to, you could add a little white in there. I don't think it's necessary for this step. It's more so the light brown that I add white for. But for now, it's generally just using more red and yellow and less black in your mixture. It'll get you more of a medium brown. Doing better. Right. That's good. That's good, Dark. Oh, okay, Phoenix. I can help you if maybe you need little extra tips. Maybe waiting for things to dry would help. So I like the wet on wet technique personally, but maybe sometimes the dry, letting it dry helps a little bit. No worries. Okay, bye, Army. Thanks so much for popping in during the raid. That was really sweet. I'll see you again, I hope. Okay, so I have my medium brown mixed. What I want to do is dry brushing, so that means I'm using just a little bit of paint on my brush, not a lot. And I'm just kind of scraping it across. So I'm just very lightly, I'm not pressing down very hard, just scraping it kind of left and right along the log. You can see what happens is kind of a transparent little bit of brown starts to come off. It's not like big blobs or anything, just kind of scraping along. You can kind of wave as you do it, kind of go up and down a little, along the top, along the bottom, anywhere in the middle. Press a little harder if you want it to be a little more prominent, but for the most part I don't press super hard at all. So you can see how that's just adding a little bit of texture, some flow to the log. Again, lightly pressing and just kind of scraping. And you can see I haven't refilled my brush the whole time. I just used a little bit of paint, tapped it off a little bit, and then scraped it across. If I didn't mention that, yes, definitely tap off the paint or wipe the paint off a little bit. That'll help with only having a little bit of paint coming off as you scrape. Yeah, you can add more white to your brown mix, Andrew. Perfect. More white, even more yellow would help as well. K9 just chilling. Yeah, so that's a great question. Andrew said, oh, I have a brown already mixed. So what do I do? And yes, adding a little white or a little yellow even will help just change the tone a little bit so it's a lot lighter. I'm gonna go a little more here. That's some texture. Yeah, we're really getting textured now. You can do this a second time with a light brown, so I just added more white to my mixture. And I just kind of do the same thing, just a little less, because you can see it's a lot more prominent than the last one, so maybe just kind of staying a little more to the tops. Again, I'm avoiding my fox, of course. If I have any fur, I don't want to overlap it, so just be careful about that. Maybe a little in the middle, but not a lot. And I mean, the good thing about this step is that you can cover up if you need, right? If maybe there's a little too much of a blob here and there, you pressed a little too hard, you can just retake some of the dark brown or medium brown and just go right over top of anything that you don't like. So just keep that in mind as you go. That's totally fine. Little sis, I think everyone has different opinions on that. I think it's totally fine. I'm a big believer in the fact that, excuse me, people draw influences from everywhere, whether you know it or not. If you're looking at art, especially if you're looking at art all the time and just like really taking note of things, like things stay in your brain and you don't even know it. And I feel like everyone kind of pulls from everybody. I mean, I think it's very obvious, little sis, when people take exact designs and, you know, market them as their own. And I think that's wrong. But taking ideas and influences from other work, I think that happens naturally all the time. Yeah, I think it's a debatable subject. I mean, to me, it's like, you know, we can all paint. You know what I mean? Like, everyone paints. Does that mean someone else can't paint? I don't think so. Someone's painted a fox. Does that mean someone else can't paint a fox? No. You know, so I think it's fine as long as you're honestly being honest in terms of creating your own design and just drawing influence for sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, everyone has different opinions, but that's mine. Yeah, I haven't been watching the spider, and guess what? I don't know where he is anymore, so that's all right, actually. It's fine. Maybe he's hiding in the curtains or something. Oh, he's over there. Wow, he's actually right behind us now. He's watching. He's quite literally watching us. If I could move the camera, I would. Maybe I will at the end if he's still there, but he's, yeah, he's on the wall. He's watching. He knows what's going on now. Thanks so much for, yes. That's actually nice that he's over there. Okay. His nephew is trying to make her smile. That's good. Paint Mr. Noodle. Great. Exactly. Oh, exactly. Yeah, Lynn, that's a great example. Painting Mr. Noodle, of course. For personal. Yeah, exactly. And even you were like, can I do it? And I was like, of course you can. So sometimes if you're nervous about it, just ask, you know? Just ask. All right, we got the nice textured log on. That's some texture. Now we can add kind of the bright parts of the fox. We have a nice bright kind of creamy white here. Okay. It's not technically plain white. It did mix a tiny bit with my orange as I was doing this, so I'm actually going to mix a super, super light orange on my plate, but it's mostly white for the most part. And then we have some little details to give these foxes some life. We're going to bring them to life with some little squinty eyes and nose and whiskers and stuff. So I'm going to make sure I have a clean pile of white on my plate. And I'm going to mix the tiniest amount of orange in there just to make it like a creamy white, kind of an off-white, kind of leaning towards orange, you know? Super, super light though. Definitely the lightest color we've used thus far. If you'd rather use plain white, you totally can. I'm just trying to keep as close as possible to my original here. So this creamy white kind of borders the snout. Again, I think this makes a big difference in the fox because it kind of cleans up the whole snout area. Yeah. And I like to keep it a little wider, kind of at the top. You can use the tip to kind of flick outwards, create some little fur, you know? I keep it a little thinner as it comes down. And then I widen it out as I come back up. Again, flicking as I like. 'cause those are little furry bits as well. Oops, that's a little lopsided. 1 second. That's one. And that's two. Yeah, Lil Sis, again, that's very up for debate, but that's my opinion. Spidey vision, it's true, Terry. Where'd he go? Oh, he's at the corner again. He's really moving. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. Yes, exactly, trademark. Oh, but Lori, if I can help you, let me know. I guess so. What should we name the spider, guys? A fly swatter, it's true. Thank you, Barney. Welcome in. So at this point, guys, yeah, if you need to go back again and fix any oranges up, you can. One thing I'm honestly noticing about mine is I think my oranges are a little darker than in my original. And that way my white is really standing out. It kind of looks like a goofy smile in my opinion. A little bit. So if you need to, if maybe you're seeing the same thing in yours, for example, go back. You can re-add some different oranges. Like I would maybe, if I had more time here, add like a lighter orange around just so it kind of transitions a little bit better. So just as an example, again, I could fiddle with this all day, I'm sure, but you could like, not getting a light orange here, hold on. You can kind of flick in a little more. Every time I say it, it's not light enough. One more time, let's try this one. Come on. Flick it around, you can see, and that'll give them more of a transition. It won't look as prominent, but that's up to you. Again, if you want to add more layers, mix around your oranges a little bit here and there. That's all things you can do to help, yeah, help combine it a little bit more. Same with this guy, right? You can see it just brightens him up a little bit, helps it combine with the snout a little bit more. Let's see. Sammy, there's a Sammy the Spider Kids book series. Is there, Yelena? Snyder the Spider. Ah, he's coming back. Sammy's a cute name, Sammy the Spider, especially if it's after a little existing series. I think that's adorable. Yeah, even the snout. See, the snout's a little bit lighter in this one, so that's why it's not as prominent. So just so you know, again, these are all things you can kind of fiddle with as you go. Lost in the fur, I'll finish later. No worries, Lynn. Yeah, I think the fur is something you could like spend a long time on if you wanted. So if you need to like take a break from it, kind of revisit, totally do that. Okay, so I'm just adding the last few little details and steps on here. So just to point them out, we have a nose on our foxes, we have some whiskers, and we have some little eyes as well. So I chose to make this one maybe look like he's sleeping, so my eyes are just kind of like little slits right here. They're nice and closed and squinty. And then this one I tried to make look like he was like smiling, you know? He has those very smiley eyes as if he's maybe like poking his head out and going, hi, you know? So yeah, you can make them do whatever you want, but those are my choices. I wanted to make them a little bit different. Like mom's having a nap and the little one's like, hi, hello. Just poking his little head out to say hello. Okay, so I'm using a nice dark brown, just the same brown as we used for the log, for the ears. I'm using a teeny tiny brush now. And the eyes are going to rest kind of just above the white areas of the snout. And again, they're just little slits. So they kind of like curve from the inside and then they go up to the right, just very lightly. You can see they're mostly horizontal, but they kind of curve up. These ones, this one, I guess same thing, just curving up to the left. Just nice little thin ones, kind of squinting away. Baby fox here on the log. Oh, okay. So that was Anju, yeah? Yeah. You can use some orange to help kind of frame the ear a little bit, and that'll help bring it back out. You might see a similar color with the brown, but as long as you use the orange on at least one side, you should be able to see the strokes of the brown on the other side. It'll help you kind of bring attention to the fact that the ear is there. Okay. We've got our little nose. So the nose does go on top of, excuse me, our existing color. I kind of think of it as an upside down triangle shape, so it's mostly flat on the top, comes down to a little bit of a point at the bottom, but you can see how it kind of separates the white and the oranges there. Lucas the spider, oh boy, there's so many spider names apparently. Oh, no worries, Lynn, yeah, that's fine. Rainstorm, ah! My sister ended up having a spider in house. She woke up one morning with 1,000 spider babies. No way. Please. Please don't say that. Where did he go? He better not be laying any spider baby eggs. Oh my goodness. You're welcome, Anju. You're welcome. So I got my little nose, and then I just like to add a little flare to the nose. I just kind of drag some brown up a little bit, kind of in between the brown and the orange. Just a little detail like that. And then I like to add whiskers as well. So I'm just going to go anywhere in the white area here, kind of in the middle. And just drag out with the tip of my brush for a few little whiskers coming out like that. And then right here. There we go. And then Baby Fox is pretty much the same again. The only difference is I have different eyes. They're more of like curves. They go up and down, like upside down U's, as if he's maybe like happily squinting. Again, I kind of pictured that this guy's awake and he's just having a good time. So a nice like upwards curve. Upwards curve. We got our nose as usual down here. Put that Spidey outside. I know. Where did he go, though? I keep losing him. Oh, I'll find him eventually. Just not right now. I have to do a spider hunt later or something. Whisker, whisker, whisker. There we go. And see, now you can really see those faces. A nice little squinty face, nice little happy face. Are you afraid of spiders? I mean, I don't like them. They're not the worst. I'm not screaming or anything, clearly. I mean, some of you said that you'd be running out of the room at this point. I'm not that far, but I just don't like that they can go a little bit fast and they kind of spook you, you know? They kind of just come out of nowhere, honestly. So, not a fan. Not a fan. Are we done with the painting? Arvind, you guessed right. That was actually the last step. There they are. There they are. Yeah! So obviously some differences. I think my oranges, again, were a little darker for this one. That's really the only main difference I'm seeing. Everything else was pretty as close as I could get anyway. And again, like, that's up to you. If you have, maybe your orange is worked out and you're good, maybe you want to go back now and kind of lighten a few up, re-add, you can definitely do that. But yeah, that's it for this painting. I'm just going to sign it because that's an important step. We always sign our paintings. Doing a quick little signature here. Bop, bop. There we go. And yeah, at this point, everybody, I'm open for questions. So if anybody has any questions about what's going on, if you're having trouble with your painting, I'm fully available to answer now. So there we go. 3 cents, I had to get used to them. Beginning of a new show fear. Oh dear. Jed's Art, welcome in. Hello. That's a lot of emotes there. Welcome in. How's it going? Thank you, Lynn. You too. You're welcome, Patricia. Oh, Anju says whiskers are a little thick. Okay, let those dry, Anju, and you can go on with orange later and just kind of cover up any brown that you don't want. Sometimes that's even easier to lay down kind of the dark color first and then use the background color to help kind of chop it up or thin it out. So try that. Do we end on a toast? Oh, Yelena, I don't have an ending toast, but if you want to make one, I'll give you a little cheers. Cheers. There we go. Wild painting. Thanks, Jed. Thanks. It's a tutorial that I'm doing right now. Thank you, King Me. Welcome back, pleb. See you, Pilari. Excellent. Sounds good. A Thanksgiving toast. Yeah, cheers. Ding, Foxy. All right, so yeah, just as little ending announcements. Thanks, guys, for coming. If you want another tutorial, I honestly don't have one booked upcoming, but it's coming soon. I definitely want to do some paint pouring on Sunday, so keep your eye out for that. If you're on not Instagram, if you're on Facebook or Twitch, I'll be posting all of my schedules up, later today. There might not be designs for the tutorials, but I'll plan out when the tutorials are so that you can plan ahead. It's funny. Sorry, I lost track there. My fault. Right, you can check out my schedules. I'm sure I'll be doing a tutorial within the next week or so, just taking a little break for Thanksgiving, of course, so that's why I'm not on tomorrow. So yeah, you can look for that. If you want to check me out before then, I'll be on Twitch all week next week before I do a tutorial, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday during the day, so you can check me out then. If anyone wants to post photos of their final paintings, I would love to see them. I'm going to go to Facebook right now and open up the Facebook event page for posting. So the event page that you likely RSVP'd to, I'm just going to open that up here, and I'm going to open that up for posting, okay? So you can all post your beautiful photos. If you're on Twitch right now, you prefer Discord, we have a Discord that you can use to post your lovely photos. Instagram, you can just tag me or something. Again, erinbunpaints. You can... Oh, Dark Vera, you hosted me. Thank you. I didn't catch that earlier. And Sila, thanks for the follow. Again, alerts are off because we're doing a tutorial. I'm just opening up the event page for posting right now. What else? If anyone was... I don't think anyone asked, but I'll say it anyway. If anyone's looking to tip today in terms of just like supporting me through these free events, thank you. I appreciate it. Interac e-transfer, PayPal is in the description of the video. Thank you very much. Yeah, otherwise just keep your eyes on the socials and I'll be updating you with my schedules and everything. And as always, I'll just be active everywhere, so you can watch for that.